if that means you. Now, I know this because when I set up Pure Online Genius, as Peter said, because it was my baby, I was integral to it, and blah, 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 I had partners. I'm the kind of guy that will do everything just because I can do it, not because I should do it or because I'm the best at doing it. So we got a mentor on, we got to a sticking point and he said, we need to have a crisis meeting because things aren't going how they should be. And what was identified is that I was doing too much. And I thought I was doing too much because I'm great, I'm so hardworking, pat me on the back. But what was actually happening was I was creating a bottleneck. Because even though I could do everything, it's like Peter's a guy multi-talented, do a lot of stuff, doesn't mean that he should. You need to delegate, you need to reassign tasks, you need to get other people within your team, you need to get people who are in fact better than you at some of the things that you are even very good at to do these things for you. So it was identified that I was a bottleneck. So I was removed from a number of the tasks and the processes within my business, and they were either reassigned, outsourced, automated, whatever. Now, that was more of a reassignment than a complete removal, but we wanted to look at the story of Steve Jobs. He was fired from Apple, the company that he set up. So that would just provide a stark, it's a stark reality that I think a lot of us need to face. Again, just because, so for example, the guys who started Google aren't the guys who run it. The same with, I think it's probably only Mark Zuckerberg that founded a company, a .com company, who still runs it. Because founders are not necessarily good CEOs. Just because you're the founder of something doesn't mean you'll be the best chief executive officer. Doesn't mean that at all. Doesn't mean you'll be the best managing director for the company. Those are very specific skills that somebody would need to have. I think when a business gets to a particular scale and size, oftentimes the founder isn't the right person. And again, it may not have to be the guy right at the top of the chain. It could be a process that you're a part of in your work, in the business that you set up. It could be a process and you're part of that process, and you could be the weakest link. But the reason why I'm suggesting remove the weakest link, even if that means you, is because if you don't remove yourself, somebody will remove you. At some point, someone clever will recognize, oh, actually, you're the weakest link. Actually, you're the weakest link in this process, and you need to be removed. And that could be a very embarrassing place to be. There's a lot of kudos in you stepping up and saying, you know what, I'm part of this process, I'm probably not the best person to do this, but I found somebody or I found a solution. That's quite an admirable thing to do. And I think that I'd be best placed doing, this particular job or